Hey guys, this is Top, and I wanted to share with you a neat Dagger-focused Elementalist build that I came up with. I wanted to try to make a build that could avoid going too deep into water and arcane like most of the builds I've seen floating around. Here I go deep into air and earth instead, to make a build that focuses on auras and using them effectively to stack boons, to help with my own damage output while maintaining a pretty effective defense. Starting off, I see two enemies heading towards the quarry, which one of my teammates just left since it had been otherwise empty. I call out to him that they're coming and we head back in. I shift into Earth Attunement as I'm leading the charge to give myself protection, and use Magnetic Grass to hold on to this warrior who I had called out as the first target. I use Obsidian Flesh here to tank most of the starting burst from the warrior and the Mesmer, but my team's Glass Cannon Engineer still eats some of the splash damage and gets quite low. The enemy's still pretty focused on this large stone char that's in front of them though, so it works out okay, and Barrow manages to get a chance to peel off and heal a bit. I jump back and heal, and the warrior tries to do a Bull's Charge 100 Blades combo onto me, but the Shocking Aura stunts his follow-up 100 Blades, and I'm able to misform out to avoid any further damage. At this point, the warrior is nearly down, but so is my engineer, and I'm getting a little bit low, so I pop the Ice Elemental and use the Dazing Comment attack to finish the warrior. Armor of Earth provides me with the stability that I need to guarantee the stomp on the warrior. I then shift to Earth again and use Magnetic Wave to remove the conditions that the Mesmer put on me before rushing back in and helping Barrow burn down the Mesmer. So, while my gearing gives me pretty high power and toughness, I'm still able to put out pretty decent damage because I have such high Fury uptime. So every time I use either Shocking Aura from Air Attunement or my Tempest Defense trait, or I get the Fire Shield from either my Fire Attunement ability or Leap comboing off of a Fire Field, I get Fury, Swiftness, and Protection thanks to my traits. I also get a very long duration Fury from my runes, which helps quite a bit, but is admittedly somewhat susceptible to boon removal. The Dagger main hand has great damage potential. It's pretty obvious, but where this build differs from most Dagger main hand abilities, or builds rather, is that I pair it with a focus instead of another Dagger offhand. So what I'm doing basically is trading the extra mobility, area effect control, and sustain healing from the offhand Dagger for the fantastic Earth Attunement survivability on the focus. The Magnetic Wave ability in particular gives me a very low cooldown 3 condition cleanse that's instant, meaning I can use it even while controlled. Obsidian Flesh has some obvious utility because it makes you invulnerable, similar to Misform. Here I'm been fighting in a small melee and I'm able to get a guaranteed stomp off first against this ranger by using Misform mid-stomp, and that counters his downstate daze, and then pretty soon afterwards we're down this Guardian, and then I'm able to pop Obsidian Flesh mid-stomp to counter his AoE knockback. In this next clip, I'm coming up on the mansion, and I want to try to save my allied Mesmer. I throw up Swirling Winds to try to counter the Thief's range attacks and have the Elementalist targeted, so I can use Gale to knock him down to finish off, to finish the revive. Unfortunately, the Thief also starts doing the stomp, and I wasn't able to save the Mesmer. What I should have done was to shift into Water Attunement and use the Comment ability to do an AoE Daze, and that might have bought me enough time to have our Mesmer teleport and stealth away again, but it probably wouldn't have made much of a difference considering how low he was. Anyway, at this point I'm in a 1v2 for a bit, so I use the Magnetic Wave ability to clear off the Elementalist Burn and Chill, as well as start reflecting some damage at the Thief. And I get a little bit cocky and bring out the Fire Elemental instead of a Water one. That's a mistake because the Thief was apparently a Venom Share Thief, and that gives both the Elementalist and himself a full set of Venoms and some lifesteals, and I go down pretty quick. My team's Necromancer, who had joined me there, does manage to use the Signet of Death to pop me up, and we continue the fight. I continue to use Magnetic Wave to regularly cleanse off the burning, as well as keep an eye out for Dragon's Teeth from the Elementalist. At this point he gets me quite low though, and I have to use Stun Break from Armor of Earth to counter his Updraft knockdown and get a heal off. Unfortunately at Tunnel Vision the Elementalist is a little bit too much here, and I don't save my Necromancer from the Thief Stomp. Again, I should use Comment or something. But I do manage to down this Elementalist and then use Magnetic Wave to cleanse the 9 stack of bleeds here, so I can get the stomp off before I go down myself. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the build. It gives me quite a bit of survivability while still maintaining decent damage. The playstyle is also quite fun. I definitely just personally prefer the Dagger main hand to the Scepter, and it plays so differently from the Staff that I'm not 100% sure what I want to focus on more. So yeah, this is fun. Thanks for watching the video. I've finally started playing the game a bit now that I've had my wedding done and I'm getting back into the swing of everyday life. Now that I can play, I'll start producing more regular content for the channel. I also want to try streaming regularly, but that'll have to wait a week or so before I can get my internet sorted out at my new place. But do subscribe and follow me to catch more quality Guild Wars 2 content. And I'll see you guys soon.